Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope everyone is doing well. Today I have 3 summer projects for you. I hope that you enjoy. So for my first DIY, I have taken an old alarm clock. I've taken it apart off camera just to save a little bit of time, and I really want to decorate the whole thing as well as the inside, so we're going to be creating like a diorama. So I'm just using my hot glue to attach the pieces together. So I've just went ahead and stuck everything down. So I've got rid of the backing, we don't need that. Now I'm going to paint this just to match the ocean vibe. So I'm taking some acrylic paint in a deep sky blue colour. I don't believe I've used this before, so let's just get rid of this part here. Oh, that's such a beautiful colour. And then I'm going to be taking my sponge brush to apply the paint. And I'm going to leave the rusted legs because I really love that look. So I've done several coats of blue on here. I'm going to add a little bit of white as well. Now we'll set this aside to dry and we'll bring back the backing. So I'm going to create a background using this pad here. I'm going to go with this sheet. I think everything else just doesn't seem to go. So you can take your backing and draw along that. I'm going to stick the background down with some double-sided tape. I think that's the best adhesive for something like this. So I'm just going to place that across this side here and cut off the excess. And then do the same for maybe one down here. So I've just placed the backing on now. And I actually don't need to glue that because it's pretty firm. So I'm going in with these snippets which I've actually cut off a Easter tree. It's nice and glittery and I thought it really looks like coral. So I'm going to add this in the back starting just here, and I'm going to secure that down with my glue. And then we'll stick a small starfish on the side. So you can decorate on the side as well as the inside. So for me, I really want to add just a touch of white to the starfish to make it look more distressed and less bright. I'm doing this with the same paintbrush that I used earlier. Then I'm taking some packaging, and I saved this because I thought it really looks like a fisher's net. And I'm going to begin just by hot gluing this, and I'm probably going to add this to the side as well as the inside. And then again I will paint over it as well. And I'm shaping mine a little. I'm just twisting it right here and then carrying it on to the side and then just cutting off this excess. So again, taking my paint just to add, it is white already, but it really does add something to it when you just dab it on. Look at that. It's the small details that really matter. I also want to add some moss because I'm not too happy with the way this looks. So I've got this really gorgeous vintage moss, that's what it's called on Amazon. And this is reindeer moss, so I'm going to place a small amount inside. And I think it looks more like, you know, something you'd see under the sea. And hopefully make this look a bit more alive and realistic, which is definitely what I want. So now I've got my moss in and I'm so happy with that. It looks so much better than it did before. I really didn't like that plastic. I do usually use it in my summer crafts, but it didn't look right this time. So now I'm just taking my hot glue to add some shells. And then on the side, just attaching the anchor, this wooden embellishment. I've got a pearl here from a bracelet that I really wanted to add in. In the background, I felt like something was missing again, so I went into my stash and I found these stickers. I've added some coral, I think that is, maybe seaweed, and then a seahorse there. I think I've got space for one more. That's probably going to be this little one here. And here's the final project. What do you guys think of it? This is the first time that I have actually opened up an old alarm clock. It is a bit fiddly, but I definitely would do it again. I think having a secret garden in one of these would look beautiful. I love a bit of altered art, and I just think it's incredible what you can do with a bit of imagination to everyday items. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Today's video is also part of a collaboration. There's going to be more ideas for you, all related to summer, in a playlist for you to enjoy. It's going to be pinned in my comments and my description box. Don't forget to check it out once you're done watching my video. So the second DIY is nice and easy, which is quite nice because the first one did take a while. So I have this lamp. This is actually a pearl and it changes colours, and I really wanted to use it for a DIY decor project. So I'm going to have like a little miniature beach inside here. So I'm going to start with my sand at the back, and then I'm also going to be using some blue sand as water. And now I'm placing my blue sand at the front. Now we're going to place a sunbed in. And then I've got one of these cute cocktail umbrellas. I'm going to place that inside as well. Placing a bit of greenery, I've got these little succulent heads, and I'm just putting them inside to add a pop of colour. And then I have these cute flamingos. I think they will look really nice on the water. Maybe two might be too much, so I might go with one, we'll see. This is such a gorgeous paradise. I just want to shrink myself and enjoy it all. There we go, two actually looks perfect. I might centre them a little bit more. And then I'm taking the smallest starfish I have to place on the sand for a bit more detail because this bit looked a little empty. I think it's going to look really cute if I cut out a small towel to place on top of the chair. So I'm just going to do that. This is such a cute and fun project. I really love it. I think it's a wonderful gift and something you can place like on a desktop just to brighten it up. For the final project, I'm just taking this lid from a tin, and I'm going to start off with this thrifted map, and I'm going to cut its size, again kind of creating a diorama. So I'm going to take my pencil and draw along. Then take your double-sided tape. I'm going to decorate the sides of the tin using this rope. I think it ties in with the nautical theme and just adds a little bit of something. And then I'm just cutting off the excess. And again, I'm going to be using this net. I've tried several off camera. I think I've got 3 different types here, but the plastic packaging actually worked best. So I'm going to drape it again, so we've got some on the side and then some in the actual tin. And then I'm taking some moss to cover the corner there. I feel like it could do with a little bit more detail and to cover up the little imperfection there. So I've gone to print some fishes and I've scaled them down, but I am going to add it to some card to thicken it up because this is really flimsy. And then you want some wire or like a piece of wood like this, a stake, this is just a barbecue one, to add the fishes on so that they are basically coming out and we give them some dimension. So I'm going to go with these two fishes here. I think they would suit my diorama. And we'll stick these down with some glue stick and then I'll cut them out again after they're on the card. Here I am just cutting it one last time before we add it to our wood. Once you have your fishes cut, take your wood and place it right on the side of your tin, and we want to take a pencil to measure how much we need to cut. And then cut off where you've marked. That's perfect. So then use this as a template to replicate the other piece that you need. And then decide where you'd like your fishies to go. So I'm going to stick some hot glue on here. So then hold it down until it sets. And this is the fish that I'm going to place on there. And then this one will go there. So that's set nicely. Whoops, everything's sticking to my hot glue. Then take another drop of hot glue and add your fish in the center. And then while that sets, we'll move on to the next one. And you can have as many fish as you want. You don't have to stick with two. I think two for me in such a small space is perfect because we don't want to overcrowd it. And you can add shells maybe at the bottom here if you want. Again, I want this quite simple, so I'm leaving this as is. And then to hang it, you can take some wire if you want to, or some twine, or maybe the same rope that I've used earlier. I think I'm going to stick with the same rope. So just add some hot glue on the sides here and cut its size. So that's all of today's ideas. I hope that they have inspired you. I really love crafting for seasons and summer is no exception. Don't forget to check out the playlist I mentioned. Take care. Bye for now.